learn the past, explore and grow. With Frandero, now you know where history sings.
What if I told you that globalization didn't start with smartphones, McDonald's, or TikTok, but with a 20-year-old kid on a horse 2,300 years ago? Alexander the Great, the man who made Empire building look like a semester abroad. Alexander wasn't just a prince. It was that overachieving student whose father, King Philip II of Macedonia, conquered Greece and then said, "Son, I'll leave you the hardest part, the rest of the world." So at 20 years old, most of us are figuring out college, Alexander became king. He inherited one of the best trained armies in history and one big dream: to conquer the Persian Empire, the superpower of the ancient world. Oh, by the way, his tutor was Aristotle, as in the Aristotle. Imagine doing your homework while your teacher invents philosophy between lessons. In 334 BCE, Alexander crossed into Asia Minor. First stop, the Battle of Granicus River. The Persian said, "He's too young." Alexander replied, "Hold my amphora." Victory after victory followed. Issus, Tyre, Egypt, even visited Oracle of Ammon and Siraorazus, where the priest called him the son of Zeus. And did it correct them? Of course not. Alexander has the confidence of 10 influencers combined. He then founded Alexandria, not one but over 20 cities named after himself. Talk about brain consistency. By 331 BCE, Alexander faced Darius III at Gaugamela, a battle so massive it makes Hollywood war scenes like traffic jams. Despite being outnumbered, Alexander's tactics were flawless. Darius fled, Persia fell, and Alexander became the master of the known world. But instead of destroying the Persian system, Alexander said, "Wait, they actually have a pretty good thing going." He kept the satraps, used the roads, wore the robes, and even married a Persian princess, Roxana. He didn't just conquer, he connected civilizations. Here's where Alexander gets interesting. He encouraged cultural fusion. Persians joined his army, Greeks settled in Asian cities, and new ideas spread like wildfire. With architecture popped up in Afghanistan, Persian art influenced Greek culture, and somewhere an ancient chef probably invented the world's first fusion dish. If you spoke Greek, you could travel from Egypt to India and still find someone who would understand you. And he'd call it globalization. And let's be honest, Alexander's empire was the first global network. Of course, not everyone loved it. Now, Alexander's vision wasn't just about ruling land, it was about blending worlds. By 323 BCE, after marching all the way to India, his men finally said, "Alex, buddy, we love you, but we miss home." He returned to Babylon, already planning his next conquest, maybe Arabia, but at just 32 years old, the unstoppable Alexander stopped. Fever, exhaustion, or maybe poison, we'll never know. But his empire, ideals, and legend lived on. So was Alexander great, truly great? Maybe not for his temper or his ego, but for his vision. He imagined a world connected by language, learning, and shared culture, something we still chase today. After all, he didn't just conquer the world, he connected it. I'm François, this is Frandero, where empires rise again, history lives in us, and the story continues with you. Like, share, and subscribe for more stories that shaped our world.
Born in Pella long ago, 35 BC, taught by Aristotle, so wise and free. He dreamed of glory, lands to see. From Greece to India is there Alexander the Great, the world in his hands. He built an empire across many lands, from Egypt's sands to Persia's gates. History remembers the name Alexander the Great. At 20 years old, he wore the crown. No turning back, no slowing down. He conquered cities, he crossed wide seas. He spread Greek art and philosophies. In Babylon's halls, his journey ends, but his story still inspires minds and pens. He showed the world what courage can make. A dreamer, a fighter, Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great, the world in his hands. He built an empire across many lands, from Egypt's sands to Persia's gates. History remembers the name Alexander the Great.
He founded over 20 cities, all called Alexandria. He mixed cultures, ideas, and dreams. That's what we call Hellenism. A bridge between East and West. The first step toward globalization.
Who learn the past, explore and grow. With Frandero, now you know where history sings and knowledge is great. Come learn the world like Alexander the Great.